Hi, welcome to Kindred Spirit Readings. Let's begin Aries. So, what I'm getting with you this week is not only are you convinced that, and this is in relation to what's been going on in your life, I want to say in the previous weeks, this is a lead up to what is happening for you this week. And as I said, not only are you convinced that now would be a time for you to move forward without hesitation, but you are so much stronger in the way that you present yourself. A lot of this will be noticeable to mostly to you, from what I'm seeing. This is the type of strength, it changes the way that you live your life as of this moment. When we're talking about your money, your position at work within the workplace, also many changes are coming through, but especially your money is increasing incredibly. You have this opportunity presented to you or handed over to you, if you will, and you're taking it without question. Watch for that to come through. That's going to be one of the most amazing parts of your week. There is absolutely nothing holding you back from anything right now. The money that's coming in, from what I'm seeing, is going to really boost your pocket. Your finances are being boosted in a way, and you won't want to spend it. I see you holding on to it. I see that you're keeping all of it to yourself and not spending a cent. So I keep getting that, it's a great way to begin or continue on with your savings, and that's really, really great for you. I keep seeing that this money is coming from some place that was not revealed to you, or it was hidden in some way, shape, or form. There is something that somebody was keeping from you, information that was withheld from you, and now I'm seeing that a female had been holding on to this money previously. They've now presented this money to you in some way, and all the while you had no idea. Up until now, you didn't know about this, and you had no idea that this money was just sitting there and it belonged to you. That's what I'm seeing. You were left asking a ton of questions, but you don't really appear as though you care in relation to whether these questions are answered. I think you're just fed up with what you've been through previously, and you're no longer in that bubble or surrounded by people in an environment that was once upon a time toxic. I'm just getting a lot about you turning over a new leaf. I'm seeing that you've decided, I'm sick and tired of having to explain myself and have, somebody else explain the explanation. And it's going around in circles. It's been something that you've had to overcome, and it's taken a while, but you knew this all along, that this was eventually going to crumble, and not for you, but the toxicity that you were surrounded by, the people that you were once involved with, especially when there's secrecy that comes along with this money, along with the fact that people are still trying to squeeze their way in somehow into your life, and to not be truthful about what's actually going on. You've had enough of this. You were through with this a long time ago. Not many people have sort of been going through the same experiences. Therefore, there is still that toxicity trying to creep in. But you'll have none of that. So, you're done. I'm also getting something about paperwork that you had to fill in, and somebody on the other, I'm getting somebody had forgotten to remind you of something, or fill you in on some kind of information, important information that is, and you may want to triple check whatever it is that you're filling out. Read emails twice, three times if you have to, again, just to make sure that everybody's on the same page. This is rather important because you may find that information is leaked, and that information would be your information that is private and confidential. And I don't see this as being something you would think was a good idea, because it's obviously going to land in the wrong hands if you don't check the fine print, if you don't check in on any emails you've received. I just keep getting check the fine print, or check, over whatever's been written, whether it's you writing something or somebody else has written something to you, or in general. Make sure that you look over it as many times as you need to, because this paperwork includes somebody's address, and I dare say it would be yours. It includes phone numbers. As I said, very private, very confidential. It includes further information in relation to property. Be mindful of this. If something's also picking up on, if something is working against you, one of the things I've noticed is going back to the way that works for you. A lot of the time I see that you could be letting go of that strength. The strength I speak of is the one that you carried for such a long time, and you've changed along the way and did things your own way, and finally you did what suited you. And it's really easy to slip up and forget what is important to you and how much doing things your own way mean to you. But this is actually one of the best ways that the universe is presenting to you your strength, your own strength, your way of doing things, your direction, that the way it suits you is the way that it helps you. Therefore, you will begin to notice that it no longer works against you, rather for you. And it's really important for you to stay this strong. I keep seeing that you might be falling backwards back into old patterns. There is that temptation, old behaviors that you are very well aware of did not work for you once upon a time. You had gotten rid of all that for quite some time. I'm talking years. There was a positive outlook on life. There was control that you had over your own life. You're doing things your way, the way that you had believed, instead of having someone look over you and constantly telling you how they think it should be for you. It's when you take charge of your own, and then everything else falls into place. Love relationships, there will be somebody turning up in your life in November, end of November, but there is a connection that begins around the 6th of November. But there is something to look forward to. Thank you, Aries.